Hey everybody, it's Greg and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Friday, March the 1st, and we've made it to March. The best thing about March is it's not January. Listen, this is called March of the Tin Orange. This is stupid. Simple. I wanted March Day of Limited, March, March. It's stupid. I hate it. But I'll let it play. Look, I had a big show today. This is a big show. And, well, we got a few things we got to clean up from yesterday. I forgot that yesterday was Alexa, stop. What the hell? Oh, Jesus, I didn't think it was going to be like that. What an annoying song. All right, here's yesterday. I forgot. It was Rare Disease Day. Rare Disease Day. And I want to, since I know a little bit about this, Mr. Rare Disease himself. I got to shout out to all my friends out there, all the people dealing with a rare disease, well, any sort of affliction, challenge in life, but really specifically those people, those kids who are dealing with some sort of a rare disease. So keep shining, keep smiling, hang in there. I see you guys. I really do. They told me a long time ago, they said that I, your host, was supposedly the oldest person in the entire world with the severity of osteogenesis imperfecta that I have. Can you believe that? It's hard to believe I'm the oldest person in the world with it because I'm only 21. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, from one rare guy to another rare guy or girl, I see you and I salute you. And I'm sorry I was a day late with that, but I hope you had a good day. Celebrate the whole month. Celebrate every day. We should celebrate those people. Now, something else came up here. I always encourage my viewers, and I thank people who listen and who watch every single damn day to leave any comments. And I got 3 comments yesterday from says 3, for all 3 was from the same person. Fearless Joe Bonsai. Bonsai. Thank you for watching, Fearless Joe. Or should I call you Mr. Bonsai? Thanks for watching and listening. And here's the thing. First of all, he commented on my microphone. It wasn't working very well the other day. So he had suggested I go a little closer to the mic and said, how does this sound? Attention, Kmart shoppers, attention. Yeah, thanks anyway. But what he really commented on, the show we had the other day was, we're doing this classic TV show every week. And it's a lot of fun. And we did Johnny Carson in the Tonight Show the other day. And we split it up into 2 parts. And I think it was good. And here's what he had to say about that. Well, I brought up the fact that Johnny in 1980 had renegotiated his contract. And he wanted to work less, but earn more. Don't we all? And he was making $25 million a year in 1980. Now, if you take down this today, we're talking 44 years later. It's hard to believe. 44 years later, what would that be equivalent to? Maybe like $250 million a year. That's a hell of a lot of money, right? You think about a guy like Bryce Harper playing baseball, and he's making like what did he sign the contract for? Over $300 million. But that was for 13 years, right? Something like that. Well, here, Johnny Carson would be making like 250 million a year, and he's only working like 3 days a week because by 1980, Carson had his work schedule had gone down from he was only working Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And Bonsai Joe had Joe Bonsai had a really good point there. He said, "But nobody's worth that kind of money." He made some sort of a comment that he should be, unless you're giving it to orphans. Well, as far as I know, Joe, he wasn't giving that money to orphans or to an orphanage. Would have been nice if he did, right? But I don't think he. Well, that's just a guess. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It is ridiculous. And I don't know if Johnny had a lot of greed or not. I know Johnny, for all of his greatness, and yes, I did call him great because Johnny Carson, was doing something nobody else could do at the time. And it's like anything else, right? Supply and demand. I mean, if Bryce Harper, if you could hit a baseball farther than anybody else, you get paid because not that many people can do it, right? Well, think about it. Johnny Carson, that's back in 1980. There weren't that many talk shows around. And Carson's he was the best. He was a really good interviewer. He was entertaining. People trusted him. You know, the other stations tried to do the same thing. Dick Cavett, remember Dick Cavett? I actually liked Dick Cavett show because I always thought Dick Cavett actually had better guests. Now, Dick Cavett had John Lennon and Yoko Ono, George Harrison, Muhammad Ali, Sophia Loren. Dick Cavett had more of the how should I say newsmakers on his show. Johnny had more comedians and more fun stuff, more entertaining. Rodney Dangerfield. But I liked the Kevin. He was sort of the cerebral Johnny Carson. But let's face facts. Dick Cavett didn't get the ratings that Johnny Carson did. That's why Johnny got paid, Bonsai Joe. And the thing of it is Johnny knew he had NBC over a barrel. He knew that. He knew there was no other competition out there, real competition. I mean, think about it, late in the 80s, then you got Arsenio Hall, who lasted like a few seasons. But he was like really good competition to Johnny Carson. You had these other talk shows that were canceled within a year, like Joe Rivers, right? Johnny knew he had NBC over a bit. And Johnny threatened to walk out. If you remember yesterday what I said about the show, ABC actually had a really good offer on the table to lure Johnny away from NBC. They were going to double his salary. They were going to give him part of the show, own the show, and even more time off. How much more time does the guy need? Like work 1 day a week? That's great if he could get it, right? I would have loved to be a social worker 1 day out of the week. Just go in, see my people 1 day. I'll see you next week. No, but it didn't work that way. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically was Bonsai Joe's Joe Bonsai. His thing was about the Carson and his ego, and he did have an ego. He did have an ego, but anyway, thanks for reading it, Bonsai Joe Bonsai. Yeah. So it's March the 1st. So here's the thing. I'm thinking, well, are these animals in hibernation? Are they waking up now? That's what I'm thinking when I woke up. I'm thinking, yeah, we were on the road the other day, and you get the smell like at night, skunk. And we were kind of out in the boondocks, as they say, in the sticks, in the hills, that there hills, and you could smell the skunk. Yeah. I'm like, oh, they're out, they're up. They're out of hibernation, right? So I was thinking, are the grizzly bears out too? Now, we don't have grizzly bears in Pennsylvania, thank God. So I don't know why I was thinking about this. I thought grizzly bear. So I asked Alexa there, the pain in the ass. I said, you know what? I'm just curious. We're always learning. I mean, I'm 108 years old and I'm still learning. So I'm saying, when do grizzly bears come out of hibernation? And here's her answer. Her answer was the male grizzlies come out in early March or middle of March, and the female grizzlies don't come out until the middle of April. They need a little more sleep after all. They do live to goes to work with that house. Here's the thing. The male grizzlies are coming out now, so watch yourself. Right? And I was thinking, what happens when the male grizzlies wake up after a long hibernation? Maybe they're like, what the hell was that? Hey, what a hangover. Hey, last thing I remember, I was eating pretzels and lunch between once. Oh, Jesus, I pissed myself. What the hell that happened to me? That's the male grizzly. Now, the female grizzly, when she gets up after a long winter of hibernation, she's like, I have cubs, I have cubs. No, I didn't even know I was pregnant. Anyway, Butter, you coming in? He's right in the doorway there. Poor guy. He's very, very comes. I told you, Bud has a little sundowners going on, God bless him. And they may have little sundowners going on during the day. It's not funny. It's not funny. Anyway, so before I talk about the main thing of the day, today is National Peanut Butter Day. There's about 13 different days today. March the 1st. I guess they had to make up from yesterday because February 29th, we only get it once every 4 years. So they had to make it up. Like, I'm not going to read it. But there's like Pig Day. It's Pig Day. Don't be a pig. Minnesota Day. Skull. Horse Protection Day. Protect the horse. Dress in blue, which I didn't listen to. I wanted to do purple today. But probably the best day today is Peanut Butter Day. It's National Peanut Butter Day. I love peanut butter. What I love the best? I love these Nutter Butter cookies. Did you ever have those Nutter Butters? Oh my God, I love them. I could eat them like all day long. The Nutter Butters is great. And then, you got the peanut butter in the jar. Isn't it great when you just open the jar for the first time? You get that smell of peanut butter, that aroma of peanut butter fills up the kitchen or the bedroom or wherever, in the bathroom. And you dig your knife into the smooth peanut butter. That smooth peanut butter, when you open it, it's like a drift of the first snow. You know how the first snow is every year, where there's no tracks on it. It's like a carpet of white. It's white. It's not dirty from the fumes outside and the exhaust, or no animal or human has peed on it. It's not yellow. So that's what peanut butter is. There he is. There he is. There's our friend. There is the man. That's the backbone of this show. He's the producer, the director, the writer. He does the lighting. He does everything. My personal Ed McMahon, my sidekick, my second banana, Bud himself. Come on in, Bud. We got snacks. You got snacks. Come on in. There it goes. All right, so it is National Peanut Butter Day. And hi, Bud. Hi. I got some fun facts about peanut butter. Now, we'll be the judge of this if it's fun or not. We'll be the judge of this. Did you know it takes about 540 peanuts to make a 12-ounce jar of peanut butter? Well, how about that, Bud? You know who would know about this? Jimmy Carter. God bless him. He's still with us. And bless his heart, he's been on hospice a long time, but he's hanging in there, Julius. But he was before he became president, he was a peanut farmer down in Georgia. And so, Jimmy Carter, if you're out there, God bless you. This one's for you, peanut butter. And then number 2, a guy named C.H. Sumner first sold peanut butter in the U.S. at the Universal Exposition in St. Louis. He sold $705.11 worth of the new treat at his concession stand. Whoa. What were they eating back then if they weren't eating peanut butter, huh? Whoa. So that was good. Back in those days, they don't tell me the year. But I'm assuming, St. Louis, about the turn of the century, about 1900 or something. St. Louis. So you figure $705.11 back then. That was a lot of money back. Number 3, Reese's peanut butter cup. We'll introduce peanut butter cup. Don't teach buddy. Think about it. 4 years from now, will be the 100th anniversary of Reese's peanut butter cup. Those are not. Always we try to jazz them up with stuff to make it side of it, caramel, and white chocolate. It's not the same. Stay with the original recipe. Peanut butter cups. The oldest operating manufacturer and seller of peanut butter has been selling peanut butter since 1898. Well, there you go. That makes sense. If they're not saying what it is it Peter Pan? Is it, one of the leading brands? Producers use peanut butter as a secret ingredient to get Mr. Ed talking on television. Horses are horses. Little did we know that when Mr. Ed was opening his mouth to talk, the actually was gone for the peanut butter. That's the only way I could get by Katie the dog to kiss me, is to put peanut butter in my nose. That's true. It's true. In younger days, that's the only way I could get a girl to kiss me too. Just smear peanut butter all over my face. Anyway, all right, back to the thing. Oh, wow. Americans spend almost $800 million a year on peanut butter. Ooh. But what do they spend? Crackers. That's fun. The slang term for peanut butter in World War II was monkey butter, after a monkey visited the lab at Kellogg's and dipped his banana in a jar of peanut butter. Don't dip your banana in a jar of peanut butter. What the hell? Wait a minute. How did the monkey get into a lab at Kellogg's in the first place? Did he have a key? Was it an inside job? They get the monkey in there. What the hell? And then the monkey had a banana. What's he carrying one around in his pocket? So to speak. Yeah. Anyway, see, this brings up a lot of questions. I don't have time for all this today. I got other fish to fry and other things to talk about before I go too long. But think about that today. How did the freaking monkey get into the laboratory at Kellogg's? Who let him in? Right? It's a conspiracy. All right, anyway. And then the last fact about peanut butter is I knew this one. Elvis Presley was known to love grilled peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Well, that's true. I heard about that. He would get his chefs up in the middle of the night and say, "Hey, one for the money, 2 for the show. How about 3 banana sandwiches?" And then he would go down, he would sit in the kitchen, and he would eat the grilled banana and peanut butter sandwich. Yeah. No wonder Elvis got huge. Jesus. I don't know about that. Grilled peanut grilled. Anyway, that's Elvis. That's Elvis. And that's our peanut butter. So this was called, this freaking list was called Fun Facts About Peanut Butter. I don't think they were that fun, do you? I don't think so. I said we'll be the judge of that, and we were. All right. So here's the last thing, thank God, that I have to talk about too. That before another episode goes by. Well, you know what? This is a raging thing here in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. They're Philadelphia. The Phillies had a tradition. Dollar Dog Day, Dollar Dog Night. It's went on for like 27 years, right? What happened? The Phillies came out yesterday and said, no more, we're not doing Dollar Dog Night anymore. And since then, it has caused a stir in the around the area. Too much of a stir. Like it was like one of the lead stories on the news. I mean, what the hell? You know what happened? Let me give you a little background. The Phillies last year did Dollar Dog Night, like usual. They do like a couple of nights, usually early in the season, so they could get a crowd out there. Yeah. So they did it one last year. And you know what happened? Certainly, it was a big crowd because people don't go out there. You buy a dollar dog, you could buy like 12 hot dogs for $12, and people just sit there all night and eat like pigs. But here's the thing. They were throwing it. I think a lot of this was the college kids' age, and don't get me wrong, I was young at one time too. Back in 1812, I was young. But I didn't throw a hot dog. I hate the hot dog. I didn't throw the hot dog. What the hell? And it all started with a rowdy group, probably drunk, probably alcohol was involved. I don't know for sure. A group near first base. They got rowdy. They started throwing food fight. They thought it was like Animal House, and some guy thought he was John Belushi and started throwing hot dogs. So then it started, oh, I have an extra hot dog that I got for $1. What the hell? Instead of eating it, I'll throw it at that guy. So they started throwing it, and it got like all around the stadium. And I saw a video, and I wasn't there that night, thank God. But you could see hot dogs raining down from the upper deck onto the field. People throwing hot dogs from the upper deck down to the lower deck, whizzing them. It was, in a way, it was funny, but in another way, it wasn't. So, you got to think. Now, here's the thing. It's not the Wild Wild West, okay? I'm not Buffalo Bill. You're not Fat Masterson. We can't be throwing hot dogs away. I mean, after all, it's a public place. The Phillies, I don't blame the Phillies in this whole thing. The Phillies are getting a lot of flack. Oh, why did you cancel the Dollar Dog? I can't afford to go to the ballpark. And one day I buy 18 hot dogs and I eat them all, and that's what I can afford. Well, you know what? I don't blame the Phillies at all. I blame the people, because if you can't control your behavior, or your drinking or whatever sets you off, don't go to the game. You're just making it bad for other people. I'm sure there were a lot of fans there who were minding their own business, eating their own hot dogs, and were innocent. It only takes a few people to ruin stuff. But it was more than a few. I hear some people say, well, why did they just arrest the guys and throw them the hell out of there? That's great. You could do that. But the thing is, the whole stadium was throwing freaking hot dogs in there. Oh my God. And then you got people saying, no, that's not why they threw it. They stopped it. It's because they didn't have enough vendors there. Yes, there were long lines to get hot dogs. I mean, if you're going to have Dollar Dog Night for $1 a dog, have enough people there to work to get the hot dogs out, right? I don't think that's the reason, because if that was the reason, they would have stopped it years ago. I don't think it's a coincidence that they stopped hot dog night the year after they had this massive food fight in the stadium. You know, I mean, to me, I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. And yet, I just think it's more than a coincidence that they stopped Dollar Dog Night the year after they have this massive food stance. I'm just saying. So here's the deal. If people are going to act like animals, maybe that's the way society is then too. There's no rules, anything goes. And just act like it. No, you can't do that. There are rules. The Phillies don't want anybody to hurt in their stands. Fights to break out. And they're kids there. They're a kid, they're children. And you're losing a hot dog goes right by their ear. Control yourself. Plus, here's the deal. If you're going to do that, do it the right way. I don't condone selling hot dogs, but here you got people losing hot dogs. They still have their napkins on. They're making hot dogs. They make the dog and make butter. And then go through all that trouble. Okay, and put mustard on the hot dog. And really, swallow it. Put ketchup on. Although I don't take ketchup. Yeah, I just don't like it. You put some relish in it and some green relish. And you get some sauerkraut, a little wet drinking kind, and you put it on the door, right? Then you throw the door. That way, if you hit somebody, all that splatters. Yeah, they get the mustard and the ketchup on their shirt. They get the smell of cabbage from the sauerkraut all over their face. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so now it's more of a big deal than what I think they should be making. Plus the Phillies are giving the fans a pretty good deal. Now you could buy 2 for 1. You buy one hot dog, you get the second one free. Okay. So all right, you're paying what is it, $6 for a hot dog? That's crazy. All right, so you get the second one free. I mean, is 2 hot dogs enough for you? Must you eat 18 hot dogs sitting down in one sitting? I'm flabbergasted. Anyway, so I'm sure the fans are good over it. And, don't blame the Phillies. They're just trying to keep a safe environment, a fun environment for everybody. You got even kids there. So just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Which is kind of like the motto throughout life. No matter what you do in life, just have it stamped in for life. Have the bumper sticker on your car. Don't be stupid. All right, then. Well, that's the end. Boy, that was a jam-packed show, wasn't it? We talked hot dogs. We talked diseases. We talked grizzly bears. We had a snack. We did all that stuff. Yeah, one more thing before I was thinking about this. You sing in the shower room of the boat, but no. No, I don't know why I was thinking of this. Oh, I know. A friend of mine on Twitter, she was singing it in the park. And that's great. I sing in the park. But do I sing in the shower? No, I don't. I get done and I get the hell out of it. I don't sing in the shower. I guess the acoustics are good or something. But I was just wondering, how many people actually sing in the shower or sing in the park? If not, what's your favorite place to sing? The bathroom? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a good question. Then. I don't know why I brought it up. They say singing is very good for you. I went to the doctor not a couple of years ago, And she said, well, because of my lung capacity isn't what it should be. I should sing every chance I get because when you sing, it expands your lungs. And so I've been trying to sing more. I might be here by myself with Bud. In fact, Katie is out getting groomed right now, beautified, as if she needs to. She's beautiful always. But I might be here by myself and I'm singing. But I always tell myself it's not because you're nuts. It's a therapeutic thing. The doctor has recommended it. Sing, sing, sing. And what's great, I tell you what's great about your mind. It's like a little radio station in your body. You can play any song you want. Think about that. Any song you've ever heard all through your life is in your brain. And you just go back in your brain. The file cabinet is your memory. You just pick out that file, say, oh, okay, I want to sing Every Breath You Take by the Police. Bring it out and you sing, right? No commercials in your mind. You just go. Maybe one day you want to sing yacht rock. Maybe one day you want to sing opera. That's the country music. So, the mind's a great thing. Isn't it? Hey, did you see Randy Travis? I saw that. Randy Travis, hello. Randy Travis, one of my favorite country singers of all time. Remember those great songs? Hard Rock Bottom of Your Heart. He was a guest on The Price is Right recently. Randy Travis was there, and he's looking good too. His wife took him, and he wasn't contested, but he was there watching the show. He had pictures taken with everybody. That's great. I'm glad he's getting out. I'm glad he's in the public now, and he's looking good. And he was at a great time at The Price is Right. Come on down, Randy Travis. All right, I'm done for this. I ran out of breath. What the hell? Everybody have a great day. And TGI, right? I'll be back tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll be back. And then we'll wrap up the week. Thanks for watching this week. Thanks for watching today and listening. And I hope you had as much fun as I did. And Bud, I think, is under my wheelchair right now. Why? I don't know. But he says goodbye too. So, okay. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, huh? Bye-bye for now. And don't throw your hot dogs. Don't eat your hot dogs. Don't throw them.